Hi, my name is Ian Barlett, and I've been brewing for probably almost a decade. Home brewer at first, and as most people go about acquiring things, they think about equipment and malt or hops, and you don't want subpar products. So I've learned from friends in the industry who have been doing this for quite some time, and you know, been turned on to different products here and there, but more often than not, you get led to a product that's always going to perform. So I've tried two-track malting, which was, when I was a home brewer, you always making mistakes here and there, and then you come to refine your product and understand that it's more about the brewer than it is the product at that point. And then when you start refining your process and making better beer, then you try other malts or whatnot, and then you can see the difference in said products. So I probably did that for a handful of years, and I've done commercial for a handful of years, buying in bulk, and then back to home brewers with the Ocean County Homebrewers Association, which all of our brewers basically will buy in bulk from local suppliers that will carry two-track. But when you want something that's going to make whatever you want, a good base is going to be your meat and potatoes of everything. So having that good base, whether it be Okefenokee Pale or a Badlands Pilsner, or even having a little bit of the fluffiness of the wheat or oats, such as Astro White wheat, and even some of their specialty malts. But it really does lend to a very consistent product, and you don't need to think that maybe it's a bad product, or maybe it's always performed well. So once you refine your process and you start making great products, you understand that the material that you're making your beer with is it's consistent. It's consistent. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be as the spec sheet shown. The Diasex power, the coarse fine extract, and vice versa. But it's very hard to find something that's cost effective to the door that's going to provide such a great product. It's drinkable. If you think it's going to be whether this brand or that brand, well, I can save more money here by going with these guys, but the product's not the same, go with a better product. It's all it is at the end of the day. Making your beer out of good material, you're going to have a good beer at the end of the day. So just go with what you know, refine your processes, and use consistent products, solid products. And you cannot have craft beer without craft farmers such as Jared and Two Track, who literally are family owned, operated, and this is what you want. You don't want this global conglomerate selling you God knows where it comes from. This is from your farm. So support your local farmer, support Two Track, brew good beer, drink great beer. Cheers.